some weather reports because the southern part of the Volta region towards the Capital Accra have been hit with storms and destructive winds, heavy rains on Wednesday. The massive storms are progressing to the central and western regions, according to the Ghana Meteorological Agency. The rainstorm has induced cloudiness over the affected regions. In Accra, motorists have been caught up in monumental traffic jams across major highways, forcing some drivers to pull over briefly. The storm has become topical on social media, with users sharing images and videos of their experience. Joining us for more on the storms is the head central analysis and forecasting at the Meteo, Felicity Ahiafianyo. Thank you so much, Madam, for your time this afternoon. The wind is gusting through at a quiet high meters per hour along highways and coastal areas. Is that what to expect for this year's rain season?
Yeah, thank you so much, and good afternoon to our dear viewers and listeners. For the start of the rains, these are the type of rains that we are anticipating for 2022 rain season.
Well, so should we expect a more powerful or dangerous storm this year per your forecast, and which part of the country would be the most affected?
Thank you. For the West Benches, that one I would like to drop it a bit. We're anticipating moderate to high risks, and then as and when it approaches, we will let the public know through your platform. But then once we have the energy, that's the sun, definitely we'll be having the thunderstorms with lightning, and then at times accompanied by strong winds. And then the areas that are going to be affected for now is mostly going to be every part of the country. But then it's going to be like maybe Greater Accra we're experiencing today, then another time it's Ashanti, then another time it's part of the northern sector. Then once a while we'll have the whole country also experiencing it on a single day, just like what we are experiencing today. We have two separate storms, one moved over the northern portion and one over the coast and then part of the middle sector. So later, those over Brong will also be affected. So for today, it's going to be the whole country. So this is how it's going to be.
The farmers, more especially, would want to know if we are going to have heavy or light rains this year, of course, to guide their activities. You just indicated what to expect this year, but to guide their farming activities, what should they be expecting?
Okay. Number one on the list is that you have been trying very well for us. We believe that from henceforth, you should resume back the telecast of the broadcast, the weather broadcast to the general public. And if possible, during the first thing in the morning, you can broadcast it to them so that they can also pick it and then work with it. And then we have different types of forecasts too. So the general public should also have a keen interest to know what the weather will be for the day. Then they can also prepare themselves. Now, when we announce, or wherever you are, and you observe that the clouds are gathering and they are becoming darker, the winds have started picking up, it is good to advise yourself not to be under a tree, number one, not to be in a weak structure, number two. And then if you are driving, it is advisable for us to drive at a very reduced speed. If you see a standing water, it's good you don't drive through it unless you are aware that the depth of it is okay for you to drive through. But then aside that, you need to negotiate around it so that you don't get yourself into a gutter. And then for us that have gutters around our houses, this is the time that we should refill the gutters, so that when the runoff water comes, it can find its way and then go. If you are the low-lying areas too, we should start packing our sandbags ready, so that once the ground soaks and they start coming, we can use it for our good.
Felicity, very finally, I read on social media a user recommending that the Meteo issues a red alerts following what we've seen in Accra, the big storms. Is that something you're considering, or it's not up to that level yet?
Now we have a new template that we are using. We call it the impact-based weather forecast. On it, we give you the areas that will be affected and the time, and then we give you what action that you needed to take. So when you see green, that means that you should be ready. When you see yellow, that means that you should be expected that the thing will come. But then the probability is between 40 to 60. Then you have to take an action that this one is happening. So you then have to move wherever you are. So that is the template that we are using now. So that when you pick it, you know that between now and 10, you are clear. Between 12 and 2, the rain will be over my area, so you know what to do. That is the format that we are going to use, and we started using it already.
Thank you so much, Felicity.